What is up, guys? It is your boy NCO7 here. Welcome to another collection update video. Today I'm going to be going through all the games on that I have for the Wii. So yeah, I do want to mention before we get into this, thank you to everybody who watched the GameCube collection video that I put out last month. Very surprised at how many people watched that and said that the collection was cool. So thank you. I really didn't expect that to happen. I didn't expect anyone to watch it, but glad you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully this can also give you some enjoyment as well. So we're going to go through all my stuff. So yeah, let's start. And what better way to start a Wii games collection other than 101 Party Mega Mix, which this game is not good. This is a not so good game. This game is pretty terrible. I'll kind of get a little more into this later, but I bought this game because I knew how bad it was, and I did buy it for a particular reason, but I'm gonna get into that more so later. But yeah, not a good game. Then we have Animal Crossing City Folk. This game is kind of regarded as not being one of the most beloved Animal Crossing games, but I think it's good. I do think they could have definitely done more with it, as it's kind of just Wild World, but now on the Wii. But I do think that this game is pretty decent. I think it was a fun time for what it is. It's definitely got a really nice vibe to the game, and I don't know. It's definitely like an Animal Crossing game that, yeah, it's definitely like not as good as it could have been for the Wii, but I still think it's pretty solid, so it's better than the last game I showed, so there's that. Next game is Call of Duty World at War. I want to play this at some point. I have not played it yet. I don't know. This is the only Call of Duty I have on the Wii. I'm not sure how good it is. I'm gonna assume it's probably mediocre, but I don't know. I've never even played the original World at War, so I have no idea. Look at that nice glare. But yeah, this game, I assume the Wii version's kind of balls, but whatever. Oh, and continuing off of that 101, Chicken Shoot. This game is boring as hell, and you can play through the whole game in like 5 minutes, and it's just nothing at all. Next. Okay, now this is a good one. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now this is definitely the most expensive Wii game I got. This is like 90 bucks. I did play like the first 2 missions of the game because I just wanted to see if the disc worked. It's definitely not, like, you can't see it in the video, but it isn't the best condition, but it is certainly like, it's definitely one of the cooler Wii games I have. I haven't played much of Radiant Dawn at all. I assume it's good because I've heard the Tellius Fire Emblem games are pretty decent, so maybe I'll play a little more of it, but I'll probably play Path of Radiance first, though. And you already saw in that GameCube collection that I do have that, which was a lot of money. And so was that game. Now we've got Fling Smash. So I have played through this game before, and it's not that good. Basically what you do is you use the Wii remote and you like fling yourself in a certain direction on the screen, so that way you can like fling yourself around. That's basically what the game is. It's honestly not that interesting. It is a first party Nintendo game, but it's not really that interesting. I may or may not do a video on this sometime for my main series, not my main series, but my main channel series, Forgotten Corner. This could potentially be a game that could go on that series, so do look forward to that if that happens. It probably will. This game is pretty, though. It's not bad, but it's just really not that interesting, and I personally don't recommend it. Just like how I don't recommend Game Party. This game's awful. Need I say anything else? I really don't need to say anything else. Now we got a hell of a lot of Guitar Heroes, so let's go through these. We got Guitar Hero World Tour, which this is the Guitar Hero I've only really played. This game was alright. I didn't notice that in the top left it's got that Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, pay and play. I don't know if you had to pay for the online for this game or not. I'm not too sure. If anybody wants to let me know down below, by all means. But Guitar Hero, I've only really played this one. I do have the guitar instrument to put the Wii remote in, but it's okay. It's kind of a hassle to get the Wii remote in there anyway, so I don't play this too much at all. And I'm also not that good at Guitar Hero anyways. I feel like the controller's delayed, but I don't know. That was the last time I played. I don't know. This game is pretty decent though. It's a good game at the very least. And then we got like the dual pack of Guitar Hero 3 and Aerosmith. And then we got Guitar Hero Smash Hits, which the best of Guitar Hero music. Okay. And we got Van Halen featuring 20 rock superstars. So these ones I have not played. And the story is that my parents actually were like, at the time they were really into Guitar Hero, and they bought all these games that I think they never played. So, and I never played them either, so they just sit in the collection. I don't know, maybe someday I'll get into Guitar Hero a little bit more, but considering I need an entire instrument for that, and the one that I have is kind of not the best, I don't know. We'll see. Now, let's get into some good games. We've been spending a lot of time with games I haven't really played or games that are not of the best quality. Let's get some good games out of the way. Starting with Kirby's Epic Yarn. What a fantastic game this is. I did a video of this on my main channel. I remember getting this game around the time it released, I think. I remember, I was like, I think it might have been either 6 or 7. I was in a Best Buy with my parents and my grandparents, and they had this game on the demo kiosk. I played it. I was like, I really wanted it, and my grandparents got it for me. And this is a fantastic game. I cannot recommend it enough. This is really good. I wish this was on the Switch, but they put it on the 3DS instead, which I don't know why they did that, but great game. This is a great game. Must play. And we've got the Kirby's Dream Collection Special Edition. This did come in a bigger box that came with like a, I think it came with like, yeah, it's like kind of like not the most complete and whatnot, but yeah, this came in like a bigger box, and it had like the, what was it? The art booklet, which I do have that. And it also came with a CD as well that had some music on there. I don't think I have that CD anymore. I didn't keep the best track of that stuff, but this is a very good collection. It's got the 3 Kirby games from like the classic 3D Kirby games, so I definitely like pretty solid collection. It's also got some mini games from well, not mini games, but it's got like some challenge stages from Kirby's Return to Dreamland, so you got a bit of Return to Dreamland in this collection. And you also have like the history section, which is really cool. Very good collection. I wish they would do something like this again. This is a great quality. Then we've got Kirby's Return to Dreamland to finish it off. And this is actually printed box art, because if you look at it, you see that? Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. And I think even if you, I don't know. This is a weird box, but Kirby's Return to Dreamland, pretty solid time. There's not really a reason to play the Wii version at this point because the Switch version exists, which is just better. So, but even so, this is still a really good game for what it is. It's definitely like a bit generic, but it's a fun time. It's a good Kirby game. And we got all those Kirby games, and then M&M's Kart Racing. This game sucks too. It's awful. It's terrible. But I'll get into this more a little bit later. I'm gonna need to organize some of these games later. I don't know. But now for another game that a lot of people like, Mario Kart Wii. This is definitely one of the most popular Wii games. A lot of people love this game, and like still play it to this day. I personally don't. I don't remember the last time I played this game. But this game is alright. This was the first Mario Kart game I played, but I feel like, I don't really know. I don't really have a lot of memories with this game. It was mostly Mario Kart 7 and 8 that I have memories with, and not this one as much, but it is still a fine time. It's still good, but it's not exactly my favorite Mario Kart game. And I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna dislike this video now because I said that. Oh well. Mario Party 9. This was definitely like this. I don't have 8, but this is definitely like the first Mario Party where things were starting to kind of go wrong because they had the whole car gimmick. I did play. I haven't played that much of this game, but I did like what I played of it. It's sufficeable, I guess you could say. It's not really that good. It's nowhere near as good as the previous Mario Party games, but I mean, it's whatever. Mario Party 10 was the real stinker, though I never played much of that one. Next, we've got Mario Sports Mix, and I'm actually going to be doing a video on this real soon on my main channel, so you should go check out my main channel and sub to that to get my full thoughts on it. But this is a very underrated Mario sports game. This is one of the most underrated Mario spin-offs ever, because this actually has not only Mario characters, but also has characters from... This was made... partially by Square Enix, so they actually have some Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy characters like the Moogle and the Slime. And this game is really good. It's a very fun time. I played this a lot with my friends. Super Dude 3 and Mad Dog Beast 18 or Call of Duty 893. Played a lot of this with them back in the day. Such a fun time. I would love this if they could make like that version of this for the Switch that doesn't suck like the other Mario sports games, but I don't know. This was a fun time. Really underrated game, too. Then we've got the Metal Slug Anthology. This was a game that I got in that one video I did with my boy Jason Buttholes. I did it. This was in a random lot. I have not played this yet, but I've heard Metal Slug is pretty good. It's got like 7 games in here, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Then we've got Namco Museum Mega Mix, which this is basically like, there was another game before this called Namco Museum Remix, and it was like, I think only like 7 games or something like that. But this one has a lot more games. There's like the whole list of games right there, and it also has like some unique games as well. This is definitely a pretty good package, honestly. It's got some really good stuff in there, and I don't remember a lot about it, to be honest, but I think the quality of it was pretty decent. I don't know if the game's that expensive either, so, you know, there's that. Then we've got New Super Mario Bros. Wii. This game is, remember, I honestly do not remember the last time I played this. I have no idea. But this game is pretty good. It's definitely, like, a bit generic, but, like, it was cool for the time. But that's kind of it. This game isn't... I feel like the only reason people like this game so much is because they grew up with it, but to be fair, this was before the series really started to get old, so I guess there's that, but I don't know. This game definitely could have been a little bit better, but watch somebody get pissed off because of that. Pac-Man Party. This is I don't know. This one, the mini games are alright. The mini games are decent, but the board game part of the game, no, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that interesting. I don't know. This was, I think, was the first time that they gave Pac-Man that redesign that they would eventually use for the Ghostly Adventures kind of sub-series they were doing. This game's okay. It had a 3DS version as well. I don't know how good that version is. I would assume probably not that interesting, but yeah, it's solid enough. I'm gonna start putting these on the floor. Then we got Pictionary, and the disc is loose. I guess I just never put the disc in properly? Actually, I think the disc holder's not that good, but yeah. So, yep, the disc holder doesn't work. I'm going to leave that in because there's really not a lot to say about this game, other than the fact that it does require the U-Draw tablet. You probably can't read it at all, but basically what you would do is you would get this game and you would get this tablet. I'll put an image on the screen so you know what it looks like. You would use this to draw for the game. So this, you may have heard of this add-on before. It wasn't super popular, especially on like the 360 and PS3. It was not popular on those systems. But this game it's okay. It's Pictionary. Then we got, I guess I'll just lump these two together because they're both pretty much the same. We got Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection, and Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb Collection. Both of these games are basically like collections of like pinball games. These were made by, well, technically they were made by Crave Entertainment, but I think they were also partially made by Farsight Studios, and they would eventually make Pinball Arcade, if you guys remember that. These are pretty decent if you guys like pinball and stuff like that, like older pinball games and some pretty decent ones. These are worth checking out. I will say though, this one, the Williams one, you're gonna get a lot better pinball games. Gottlieb Collection, a lot of these are, half of the games in here are slot machine, like those like pinball games from the 60s that had like the slot machine sort of things, and these are way more primitive than you would expect. It's more like interesting from a historical perspective, whereas this one I think is better from a game perspective. Just my opinion. Both of them are fine though, and I don't think either of them are particularly expensive either. Then we've got SpongeBob SquarePants Globs of Doom. I played this with Jason Buttholes on his series Dude Versus. Not a good game at all. I don't want to even... That game's camera was fucking garbage. Ugh. We got a good one. Super Mario Galaxy. What a great game this is. One of the best soundtracks out there. Such an epic Mario game. Love the visuals of the game. Such a good time. I don't think the level design is the best thing ever, but man, this game is so memorable. Such a good time. I don't really need to say too much about it. And then we have its sequel, Super Mario Galaxy 2. I never played as much Galaxy 2 as I did the first game. But this game is also pretty decent. I did play through this game eventually. I did eventually beat this game like a little over a year ago, so I did beat all of the 3D Mario games finally. This game is pretty alright. It's good, but the first game is still better. But this game definitely has a lot of cool additions like Yoshi and whatnot, so cool. Then we've got the Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. So this is actually one of the very first Wii games I ever played. And actually, I guess I should probably get in a little bit of the story. The Wii was actually my first, okay, technically the first console I played technically was the original Xbox. But the first system I actually remember playing anything was the Wii, and this is one of the earliest games. And I know that this game is not regarded as one of the better Super Monkey Ball games, but I think this game is really good. I think this game is a lot of fun. I think the music is kick-ass as hell. It's so good. I think that this game is way better than a lot of people give it credit for. And that's not just bias. That's not personal nostalgia. I do think even all these years later, it is a decent game. Now the HD version is a bit questionable, but this is a decent game. But you know what's not so much of a decent game? Step and Roll. So this game basically used the Wii balance board. You can see it right on there. This game took advantage of the Wii balance board like a few years after it came out, after people stopped caring about the balance board. You could play it without the balance board, but this game really isn't that interesting at all. The music, in my opinion, is alright, but it's not as good as Banana Blitz, and the game is very easy, so... Not a very interesting game, honestly, if you ask me. Next, we've got Super Paper Mario. So, I actually do want to play through this game sometime, because this game is, like, regarded as a very good Paper Mario game with like one of the best Mario stories out there. So I do want to play through this game because I've only ever played through the first world, and that's it. I do want to really try to play through this game. Maybe I can do that later this year because I've heard this game is really good, so that's cool. Maybe like with Thousand Year Door getting remade, maybe they could remake this game too. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see that. It's too soon. Well, maybe someday. I don't know. And then we've got one of the biggest Wii games out there, Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Such a solid time. Love this game. I don't play it a lot, but I definitely do think that this is a game I respect a lot. It's a great game. It's got a lot of content. It's got a lot of things that I like that aren't in future Smash Brothers games like Smash Ultimate. Like, this game's got trophies, masterpieces, the freaking Chronicle, the E3 trailer, the Subspace Emissary, the music. Oh, this game is solid. It's not my favorite Smash Brothers, but God, it is such a fun time. It is a really good game. Udraw Studio. Never played it. I don't even have the box for it. Moving on. Ooh, we got an interesting one. Wario Land Shake It. I have not played this game yet, but I do want to play it. I believe this is the last Wario Land game we got, so I know this game has some really good looking cutscenes, and I believe this was made by Goodfield, who made Kirby's Epic Yarn and Yoshi's Woolly World, so I might check out this game sometime. Then we got WarioWare Smooth Moves. This is probably my favorite WarioWare game. I love how wild this game is. I think this was honestly the peak of the WarioWare series, and everything after this game was kind of just meh. Aside from a couple games, like Move It's nowhere near as good as I'd rather play this any day over Move It, like easily. But this game is so good, so much fun. If you have not played this game before, get it, buy it. It's so much fun, especially with friends. You'll look like a complete bozo playing it. Then we've got Wii Fit. Now, I actually don't have my balance board anymore. I could always get another one online, but honestly, that'd probably be a lot. Okay, never mind. I don't have a balance board, and I don't really have an easy way of playing it. But Wii Fit is pretty decent. I don't have Plus, but I have played this game before. It's all right. It's fine, but I never really got super into it. Honestly, when I work out nowadays, I go to an actual gym, so there's that. But this is a decent time. It's fun. And we got Wii Music. This one's not quite as fun, but I never played this game, so I don't know. I think the game's okay. From what I've heard, you can create music from what I can tell, and you can play different instruments, but I don't think the song selection's very good, and I think the game just has a lot of problems in general, but they tried at least, right? I don't know. Then we got Wii Party. This is actually a pretty decent time. I actually played this with Jackson once, and this is actually a pretty decent time. It's not as good as Mario Party, but it's definitely very similar, and I think it's a good alternative if you want to play something a little bit different. Then we've got Wii Play. This game's alright. It's basically just a minigame compilation to show off the remote's controls and whatnot. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. This is honestly, there's not really a lot to this game, but it's fine. Then we've got the game that started it all on the Wii, Wii Sports. And I do not have the box because this is how the game came, in a sleeve like this. But this game is so good. I love it so much. It's like, what else is there to say? It's Wii Sports. It's great. And of course, the follow-up, Wii Sports Resort. Not much else to say on this one either. It's Wii Sports Resort. Everyone's played this game. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really good. That's pretty much it. Then we've got Wipeout 3. So, I've never watched that much of Wipeout, like the show, but I do remember when I did watch it a couple times, I was laughing my ass off. This game, or that show was so funny because of how people would screw up and get punched into the mud or water and whatnot. And this is and I wanted to play this game, and it's actually a fine enough game. It's actually a game that's I know there were previous Wipeout games, and I'm not talking about the PlayStation Wipeout games, but these ones, I know ones before this one were not so good, but this game was actually all right. Actually, not too bad. So there's that. It's It's like 3 in the morning and I'm doing this. Jesus. Wreck-It Ralph. Not good. I played this with Jackson on Dudes Versus. Not a good game at all. And then for the final game, we've got You Don't Know Jack. The irrelevant trivia party game. I never played this. Maybe I can play this on Dudes Versus with Jackson. I don't know. So those are all my Wii games, and I kind of go, and I kind of been mentioning this a little bit, but like part of the reason why I was kind of buying some of these like crappier Wii games, like these two and like a couple other ones in here. I was buying these games for Dudes Versus, and I would check it out on Jackson's or Jason Butthole's channel. I'll leave end card at the end of this video to the Dudes Versus playlist. I highly recommend checking it out because what we do on there is we play basically bad games. We play bad games and we just have fun with it. So that's kind of why some of the Wii games I bought in this video are kind of weird because I wouldn't have bought these games normally. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. This video's been going on a while right at this point. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the... Actually, I'm glad I did... I almost forgot. There actually is one extra game that is actually going to be added at a later date. So what I've showed you thus far is every Wii game that I own now. But about a week from now, when this video goes up, I am going to have Sonic and the Secret Rings. I ordered that on eBay, so I will be getting that game later this month. So if you want to, I'll put this image on screen. That Sonic and the Secret Rings will probably be on the is like included in this as well. So yeah. So those are all my Wii games. Let me know what you guys think of what I have, and yeah, let me know. And just let me know like what are some of the games that. The games that you found were notable in the video, or games that you think I should have that maybe are like pretty good, or maybe some really bad ones. Recommend them because then me and Jackson can tear them apart. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all are having a good day. This has been going on for too long. I will see you guys next time. Peace out and take care.